See, I told you I'd make video number 3. Now, this afternoon when I came back from the house, left my mom's house coming back home, I stopped by the mailbox. The United States Postal Service decided to take a package that was smaller than the mailbox and cram it inside my mailbox. I couldn't pull it out, so I had to take my pocket knife and cut what I had in the package out of the package, so that way it'd crinkle down a little bit so I could pull the package out of my box. It did crack my mailbox because the postmaster was a dumbass. What are you gonna do? But this is what I got. I got one of those things you hang on the wall, stick your box of matches inside there, matches go down there, so that when you strike it like that, you have a lit match. That way I can light my oil lamps at nighttime in the wintertime, because I don't like using all this power in the house, because I'll use oil lamps. They give up not enough light, you know. I live like an Amish man for a while. And then on top of it, I got me a little match holder. Now, it does say John Deere on it. Yeah, as you can see. Now, but I got back to the house, called the post office, ranted and raved a little bit, and I'm supposed to have somebody call me back, which I don't foresee them calling me back anytime today. They might call me back tomorrow morning or something and try and make a whoop-de-doo over it, but other than that's about it. No big deal. I'm going to turn the camera a little bit. Now, this right here, these are some jelly jars, or salsa jars. These are more jelly jars. These, I guess you could use these for pickling, like it says on the thing, but I might use those for salsa jars. And then down here on the bottom, these are my half-gallon jars. I got those because when I make some high-end pickled eggs, or pickled Brussels sprouts and eggs together, maybe, I don't know yet. And I'm going to use a couple of them for food storage, like beans and rice, stuff like that, or something of that nature. Now I'm going to turn the camera a little more. See them baggers right there? Those are the bags I picked this afternoon of all them good old elderberries. Turn the camera back to me. Yeah, I know I'm uglier than 6-day-old sin, but it's alright. Now, as you can see, you know, that's about up to here. There's elderberry. Pretty good sized bag. Now, look at them beauty babies. Those things are perfect. There's a few on there that aren't exactly ripe all the way, but you know, there's a lot of black in here. Black ones anyway, or blackish, purplish, blue, however you want to call it. Ah, look at there. Yes, sirree, baby Bob. That's going to be jelly, as far as I can tell. I mean, I was thinking about making some syrup, but I think I'm going to make elderberry jelly with that bag. And with, as you can see here, it goes up to about right here. It's not a complete bag like the other one. This bag here I showed you first was my first bag I picked, and this was my secondary. But there's still a lot of good elderberries inside there. And I'm going to take them here in a little bit after I get done making this video. Get me a great big old plastic bowl, and I'm going to do it by hand. Now, people say you're supposed to use gloves, that way your fingers don't get all purpley and stuff like that from, I guess, picking the berries off. I don't care. I mean, if it stains my hands, it stains my hands. I don't care. It's not like hot peppers, because at least with that right there, if you rub your eye, use the bathroom, it's not going to burn like a hot pepper would. So it's no big deal to me. And plus, too, if my hands do turn a little purple color or whatever, purplish red, then, you know, people is going to know I've been doing something productive besides sitting my ass watching TV or, well, I won't go on that route, but, you know, you kind of know where I'm going with that. But, yeah, I mean, because I was going to make some syrup with it, but and after thinking about it, I'm just going to make a ton of jelly. And, I mean, what more, I mean, yeah, I guess I might make a little bit of syrup, but it's not going to be what you would call the traditional syrup form. Hold on a second. Looks like I done peed my pants and this thing dripped all over me. Get off me, little bugger. But after I make my jelly and I have all my pulp and everything else left over from this, I'm gonna take that, stick it in a great big ass carboy. I'm gonna stick alcohol with it, and I'm gonna, you know, I guess you could call it extract, but I'm not gonna make extract with it. I'm gonna let it sit and soak and fuse and everything else, and then whenever time comes, dump truck, Jake brake. I'm gonna take my container of infused infused elderberry concoction, and I'm gonna mix a little bit of honey and lemon juice with it, so I'll have like a cough type syrup, and you know, there you go. And then after that, of course, I'm gonna set that back, and I'm gonna make a batch for good old Puckett, because I know he can use it in the wintertime. It's just as much as I can. And but most of this jelly I'm gonna be making, I'm gonna make a handful for me. I'm gonna make a handful for Puckett, and I'm gonna take some to the farmers market, because I mean, people have they got blackberry, they got strawberry, you know, raspberry, you know, all this, and your typical kind of summertime stuff. But I will be the only one that's gonna have elderberry jelly, and I know for a fact it will sell like that, because like I said in my other video, people around here look for elderberries. I mean, it's almost like ginseng around here. People want it bad because it's so good for you. But the problem of it is, a lot of the places that do have the plant, it's like on the other side of a fence row on private property or on farmland, and people aren't too eager to jump over somebody's fence and try to go picking, you know, without permission. So that's why around here it's really hard to come by. And plus too, a lot of people, you know, they don't want to tromp through the woods and everything else trying to find elderberry either. So, you know, that's another reason why it's kind of a hard thing to come by. But that's why I bought me a plant a couple years ago, and it's every bit 10-12 foot tall now. It's huge. It's producing pretty well. It's not producing as well as the plant I'm picking from, but you know, it got a few good clusters on it. But you know, yeah, I mean, this is a gold mine in my bag. I guarantee, if I took pictures of one of these bags right now and download the picture, put it on Facebook Marketplace, as I got a bag of elderberry without a price tag, just say I have a bag of elderberry I want to sell, I would have minimum of probably 8 to 20 people within my area within a 10-minute time span asking me, when do you want to meet and how much do you want for it? Guaranteed. But I'm not going to do that. I mean, I could, but then how do I make my jelly? Because I can take these pint jars here and make my jelly within pint jars. I can take that farmer's market, I can say $8 a jar for a pint, and people will snatch it up like crazy just because I say it's elderberry. They will, I mean, just like that. I mean, non-stop, bam, gone, taken. And if I don't take it to the Ronnieville market, I can take it to the Hardin County market, and it's even a guaranteed thing there. Or I can post it online and it's gone. But like I said too, I'm gonna keep some for myself. I'm gonna keep some for Puckett. I'm gonna give my mama a jar of it because she likes all kinds of jellies and stuff like that. And the rest of them I'm probably gonna sell. And it's guaranteed for me. Now, this year I didn't accomplish a lot of things. It's no big deal. mainly because the stupid COVID crap that's going around that people keep, trying to exaggerate and stretch and everything else. I understand there's a virus. You ain't got to tell me anything I already know. But it's been exaggerated and it's been blown out of proportion. And but that's the reason why I haven't done a lot of the building things I wanted to do. And it's not because of the 6 feet apart issue or you have to wear a mask issue. It's because I don't have a vehicle to get the material that I needed to build. That's my problem. I have people on hand that I can get to help me build it, but I don't want to ask them to say, hey, let's go to Lowe's so I can buy the material and use your truck to haul the stuff back here with me. I should have bought a trailer at the time at the beginning of the year. I didn't because I had 3 people that told me, if you need me, call and I'll help you. Well, I called those 3 people. Guess what happened? Well, under the circumstances, I want to wait a little bit longer. Okay, fine. And then after a while, I just quit asking, and I figured, what the hell, I'll find another way to get it. So, next year, after January, probably about February, March, depending on how the economy is and everything else, if we haven't fallen flat on our face yet, if push comes to shove, I'll go buy me an $800 trailer, and I'll go and get the lumber I need, poles and everything, and then I'll have one of my people I know around here help me tear off my back porch and build it exactly the way I want, because I was going to have it 20 foot long, 8 foot wide, but after doing some thinking on it and everything else, I'm probably going to have it, because I have a septic tank on the back side. That's why I had it about 8 foot. But what I'm going to do is say, here's my house, here's my porch, and about right here, well, say here's my porch, right here is my septic tank. It's a 10,000 gallon tank. Now I can't build out this way, but I can take it farther down the side of the house this way and then build out this way, which I'm going to do it that way. And it's going to take out a little bit more of my yard. I don't care. I'm still going to have enough room. I can get the mower through there, and I can mow around the side piece if need be. But I'm going to have a lot larger side room coming down this way than having it the way I wanted it. And then on top of that, my roof has a damaged part on it, and I'm going to have to tear part of my shingles out, replace the roof, because one of my vent caps on top leaked and the water came down underneath my shingles and it rotted part of my roofing. It happens with homes, doesn't matter if it's a regular house or a mobile home, whatever it is, it happens. You just gotta fix it. It's not real bad right now. It's sustainable. I fixed part of the vent cap, but I don't have the money as of right now to take care of it, so I'm gonna push it off a little longer until next year, and we're gonna do it then. And one of the other things I'm looking at is getting the pieces to put on a complete metal roof, corrugated metal, barn style, guaranteed minimum 20 years, lifetime warranty almost on it. It's going to cost $2,000 for materials and probably take about, I don't know, $600 to have somebody help me put it on. Brandon next door put his on. He took him roughly a week or so to put his on. He paid $2,000 for it. He got the green roof like I want. That's what I'm going to be doing next year. And then after that, we get that out taken care of. I'm going to be looking at getting 200 watt panels of solar panels, 200 watts each of each solar panel, and I'm going to use a couple of panels to power lighting in my shed, and then I'm going to use a couple other panels for lighting on the back porch that we're going to be building. So therefore there'll be no electricity used from the house for the back porch. It'll be all done by solar and battery power, and there we go. And then for even more shits and giggles, I looked at a small wind turbine basically it's like a car alternator with a propeller on it and a bunch of other things that, you know, used for creating power from wind. Because even right now, you know, right through here, there's a slight teensy-weensy little breeze, nothing major, but you can't see it. But up in the top of the trees, about 25-30 foot up in the air, the leaves are blowing because there's a good upper breeze. Now, it might take me a little time to get me a good decent sized metal pole stuck in the ground and, you know, done right, and have that thing on top of it with some anchors coming down from it. But being that far up in the air, yeah, I mean, I can get all kinds of decent wind. Even, I mean, all it takes is just a little bit to turn that little propeller. So, you know, as long as that propeller turns, I'm getting energy from something. You know, I might not set the world on fire like a solar panel would, but, you know, it'd be extra power. And then, especially if you leave it where the thing turns freely, to where it's like instead of having it locked in one position, because then, you know, you get a good thunderstorm or something. And especially around here, because I live on top of a ridge, you know, we get all kinds of good wind through here, especially with thunderstorms. And then that thing spins in circles, whatever, and it keeps on spinning and following the wind. I mean, I can crank all kinds of power then, and use that for powering my back unit, and there you go. So that's another thing I'm looking at on top of the solar panels. But I told my youngest boy, I said, I don't care, from here on out, you know, I'm going to work on paying off the house as fast as possible. Trailer, mobile home, double wide, what we want to call it. And then on top of it, we're going to add on something every year to the house. And eventually, like I told him, well, what I would like to do is, like where the back bedroom is, where his window is cut out part of the wall, make a doorway, build on another room, and make it like a, I hate to use the word sunroom, but it's something like that, because in the morning, well, that direction is east, and that's, you know, actually that direction is east, and I get the morning sun because it comes up this way every morning, and it's full of sunshine, even in winter time. Now it might be a little more this way, but it still comes up from that angle. And if I could build get some cinder blocks, dig out a footer, put in a cinder block foundation somewhat, build it up so high, pack it full hard gravel, pack it down nice and tight, then put you some concrete wire down, fill it up full of concrete, make you a pad floor, and then build up from that and make it like a kind of like a sunroom kind of deal, but use mainly like a lot of windows on the front and a couple windows on the side. You know, I could go on there and, you know, late February and just put like a little small heater in there, and I'll have the room heated up a little bit, and, you know, I could start my seeds in there for well, my early spring seeds, that way I can, you know, get them started, and then say about, I don't know, late March, early April, come out here and put them in my raised beds. And the plants that are hardy enough to take the frost and everything else wise, you know, I can put them out here, and then say by the time after the late frost comes in, you know, somewhere between May and June, I'm harvesting, you know, vegetables already, or whatever I'm growing. Or I can start my tomato plants in there that I'm wanting to do from seed, and you know, I can leave them there until say May, early to mid-May, and hell, they might even start producing in there as on top of everything else, unless it's heirloom. But, you know, even then, you know, sometimes they might, if they cross-pollinate some. And, you know, I can have tomatoes in the house before it's even time to even put them outside. That's another thing I'm looking at doing. We're going to be adding on this porch again next year. We're going to go out this way and this way. And then on the pool, how to fix my problem with that is I'm going to have a drop deck come out from this deck. It's going to come out another 4, maybe 5 foot out, maybe 6. and that way I can level off the pool a lot better and easier, and have that coming out to the pool, and then put a gate across these 2 posts behind me, coming across this way, have like a child type gate on it, to where because the people that's moving up here, they have a bunch of young kids, and that way if I put the pool piece out there like I'm talking about, and have the little platform, put the gate across here, you can't access the gate unless I have a key for it, like a lock for them, then they can't get in the pool, which keeps them from jumping my pool and drowning, and me getting sued. So that's another thing I'm looking at. But I mean, there's all kinds of things we're going to be doing. I'm like I told my son, and we're going to do piece by piece by piece by piece every year for the next few years. And yeah, I mean, we're going to keep adding on to it and making this place better and nicer. And you know, like I said too, I've already found that property price on that. Next year I'm going to go in there. I'm going to try to see if I can talk them down on price a little bit and put some money, cash money down. I've calculated price wise what I'm looking at is probably about $200 a month payment for that. If I put down, say, a few $1,000s down on that, it'll cost me about $200 a month roughly, payment wise, and how I can have that paid off in a year or two. And yeah, I mean, well, maybe 3 at max. But then after I get that little section of property there, I can turn that property there into a great big ass garden, and you know, small orchard, and grow a bunch of other things, and you know, still have enough room for some goats over there, and you know, everything be hunky-dory. And you know, I'm gonna also try to work on cleaning up a lot of this outside foliage, and you know, give the wife something to be happy about when she walks outside, instead of seeing, you know, 18-foot tall weeds, and you know, living in a kind of like a cave, I guess you call it. But that's my plans, that's my goals. And here shortly I'm gonna end this video, take my happy ass inside and start working on my elderberries. So if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. If you think I need to improve on anything video wise, leave me a comment. If you like me, just like chit chat, start a conversation with me. I'll talk your ears off. It won't bother me none. My wife gets aggravated all the time because I talk too much, but you know, I love talking. I love conversating. I love talking to people. I'm a social butterfly. That's how I am. That's why I started this thing for. Actually, I started this originally so my kids can, you know, look at what I'm doing, talking about, and you know, in case I kick the bucket before my time, you know, they got something to reflect on of me, you know, sitting here talking to you all. And you know, they can be like, well, you know, I remember when Daddy was doing this and Daddy was doing that, and blah 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 blah. So you know, it gives them something to, you know, look back on, as long as YouTube is still around at that time. But I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't be. But you know, anything I'm doing that you like, let me know. Anything I'm doing that you don't like, let me know. If you want to subscribe, it's your call. I'm not going to beg for you, but you know, if you want to subscribe, subscribe. You know, I see videos all the time on YouTube. People, you need to subscribe that button, click that bell. I'm not going to ask you to do that. If you don't want to subscribe, don't subscribe. I'm just me. I'm blunt. I'm honest. That's how it is. You know, you don't like it, I'm sorry about your luck. I've made a lot of people mad over the years. I made a lot of people happy. It's just, you know, it's like a flip of a coin. What are you going to do? But I'm done talking. I need to take my happy ass in there and start working on these elderberries before I, you know, talk so much they go bad. But y'all have a great day. And next coming week, the temperature is going to be low, in the low 80s, low humidity, low dew point. I'm going to be in the woods digging. I'm going to take you with me. So I won't be guaranteed I'm going to take you every day, but I'm definitely going to be taking you with me. So I'll see y'all next week or sooner. And I hope y'all have a good day. Keep it between the lines. Keep your nose dry and your powder clean. And don't name it after me. See you later.